What could go wrong, right?
And you wanted me to do this?
No, it's the bug broke.
Hello, welcome to our channel. Today's video is about something we really didn't think we are gonna have to do in this renovation, and it did kind of delay all of the works for at least 1 week. But it was something that was really needed to be done, and that is leveling out the floors. We knew that our floors were not in good condition. They were very uneven. In some parts it was just a cement slab, and some other parts were parts where there used to be a tile, so it's all the tile glue and all these kind of lines and stuff. But we were thinking that it wouldn't be such an issue. We kind of were thinking, well, we can get away with it basically. But then every single person who were coming to our house, they were all asking, are we planning to level these floors? And they were all suggesting that we need to do something about it before we put laminate, because it will just ruin the laminate in time. After painting the walls, it was time to put the laminate in the kitchen on, and we were thinking, should we level those floors? Should we do something about it? Should we not? And that was the kind of point when we decided we need to do something about it. We cannot leave it as is. So we researched and researched, so it took us days to decide what exactly we're going to do. And then we decided to use the self-leveling compound, as you will see in the video. So yeah, that is what we are doing for the last week. Here's the video what we did, how we leveled out our floors and how it went, what did we use and all that. Let's get into the video.
Yeah, so we are in a bit of a tricky situation of initially, our initial plan was to put laminate on the bedrooms and tiling this area. But because we got screwed over by those guys, and well, basically two reasons. We are kind of reconsidering the tiling this area instead of tiling going with laminate here as well, for two reasons. One, because they screwed us over and we are trying to save some money on that, so we didn't have to get anyone else to come and do it, so we would, one, be in control of the work, not have to rely on someone else, maybe save some money. And the laminate is also, well, the tiling is obviously colder in winter, so it's not something that we would be happy with having the laminate. But the problem is this floor is very irregular. I mean, obviously, they redid this part, a concrete slab, but as you can see, it's just not good. Well, it is clear that we can just put the laminate in the floor as is. The question now is, do we apply some self-leveling compound and make it all a smooth finish and then install the laminate? Or do we tile this area? Because, I mean, the reasons that I was just mentioning to move away from tiling to laminate, kind of, we'll lose those reasons in there, because the self-leveling compound is quite expensive. So we don't really know exactly what to do at the moment.
So for the flooring, we have decided that we will try out this self-leveler. We will try one room, see how it is, how easy it is to work with. Is it even working for what we need? And then we will decide from there. We will try the room that we will use the least, just in case it all goes really bad. What we can't really understand is how much exactly we will need. So we want to know how many bags do we need for this one room, so that we can properly calculate how many we would need in general, because this product is really expensive. It's 20 euros per bag, and according to our calculations you would need at least like 20 bags for the whole house, so that's quite expensive. But yeah, we decided we need to see how it works. We need to see how much of this product we will need. So yeah, that we want to try that first before we rule this out. And for that I am preparing the room. What you need is a clean floor. I'm trying to just give it a good sweep. I hoovered it and it just creates such a huge cloud of dust that it's really difficult. I don't want all the new walls, new painted walls to be full of dust as well. So what I'm doing now is just mopping it up.
As for instructions, one of these bags is 25 kilos and it should be mixed with 4.5 liters of water.
So we used 3 bags in here, but let me tell you, it does not look straight to me. We probably are not doing it correctly. We're probably spreading it too thin.
We have just finished applying the self-leveling compound. First impressions is, and obviously we didn't know exactly what we were doing. It is easy to apply, but it's not. What we were expecting is that we would leave it in a very, very thin layer, and you can't really do such a thin layer because then it leaves some marks. You can't really make it all level. You need to let it basically flow like water through all the corners. So I don't know exactly how perfect in terms of leveling this one is because I think we tried to stretch it too much. But it should be okay. I think I'm pretty sure when it dries it's okay. People were saying that it dries fast. It dries faster than we thought, to be honest. Okay, we were mixing it with normal driller, so it's not exactly easy to mix it in there, but it just dries so quick. And again, it doesn't help that we were trying to put a thin layer. Obviously, it dries much faster, but it was insanely fast to dry. And obviously then if you are putting it up and it's already drying, then when you are going to pass a second time to try to spread it more, then it seems to leave some marks when you are passing through. So that's something to have in mind. Okay, something else that we realized by doing it first time, of course, is the more you touch it, the worse it gets. Basically, just pour it and just help it go into places, but the more we try to stretch it to make it last more and make it go into corners, then it leaves some marks when you are passing through. So just let it basically just pour it and let it go into places, help it a little bit, but not so much, especially not when it's already a little bit dry. So yeah, that's it for this bedroom. We'll let it dry and see how it is tomorrow with the leveler, and I'll flatten smooth it is. Hopefully it will be smooth. And then we have the other bedroom.
So we just tried the second bedroom and it looks okay. Let me show you how this one turned out. Like here in the video you cannot tell if it is straight, but it is actually pretty good. It doesn't look good because it has different kind of colors and maybe doesn't dry it out properly some places. Here in the middle is a bit worse, but nothing compared to what we had before. It's okay actually. It looked a lot worse when it was drying.
Today we were told that if what we want to achieve is more close, irregular patches rather than the leveling, then we could water it down a little bit more. So that's what we did on this bedroom. Let's see how it turns out. This is all experiences pretty much.
So we just finished the last bit of self-leveling here. This last bit was the best one, I think, because the floor, first of all, was not that uneven. Looks worse than it is, seriously. But we also made the most perfect batch. Can't really show you more right now, just there. Fabio just fixed some patches, jumping in from the window because we can't get into the house right now. But yeah, that's how hopefully this is gonna result into something. Yes, so this is the next day. And it definitely does not look very good. It's not as good as this room that we did first, because yesterday we kind of tried to thin it down a little more with more water.
We used 3 bags for that room, 3 bags of 25 kilos, and we used the same for this, which is a larger room. So there was a thicker layer, which covers it better, of course. Here we were trying to spread it thinner because we didn't want to go and have to buy more bags, so we were just making with what we have. And it is good, it is level, it is not smooth, and it is not smooth because it's not the holes. All the holes that we had were completely filled, and they're nice. The problem is our floor had some bumps pretty much everywhere. And it's those bumps, because we didn't put enough to cover all of them, so those bumps obviously are out. So we need just to, we just need to pass with the spatula and tighten it. So I'm using this. Ideally, if I would have a huge big spatula, that would be great. You could just do it like this super easily. Well, in the end, we ended up buying 10 bags of 25 kilos. It was just 20 euros something each, so that's about 200 euros, 202 or something. It's quick to do and it's easy, it's very convenient. And if you use the right amount, it does give you an absolutely perfect finish. We were planning to get just a thick layer of the underfloor base and see if that would work. Yesterday we went to a flooring shop. We are still deciding on the laminate floor. And the guy gave us a sample, and it was the hardest, or I mean more rigid that we could find. It was really rigid when you touched it. I actually threw it out. I don't have it anymore. But he gave us basically a sample, and I came here and I put that sample over one of the holes that we had on our floor. And I applied a tiny little bit of pressure with my finger, and it went all inside, and it just cracked. So this is why we couldn't put the laminate on top of that.
Yeah, that is what we did, and now I think it was really worth doing it, because the flooring, even though it's not perfect, it is 100 times better than it was before, and our laminate, whatever we choose to put on top, is going to go on a lot nicer, and we will have less problems hopefully with that. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it can be helpful for someone who maybe is going through the same process and their flooring is not perfect like ours wasn't. And we are finally ready to lay the laminate. We are finally ready to put the kitchen in, and that's going to be the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.